What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? I just want to jump on real quick. Want to jump on real quick and say, oh, I'm getting the right side. Happy New Year. Happy New Year with the fireworks. Shout out to everybody that's been holding me down throughout the oh, that green made me disappear. Everybody that's been uh holding me down throughout the year 2022, 2023, about to be live and in effect, as the old school say, about to be live in effect, baby. 2023 about to kick it off. Shout out to everybody in the Black Spider membership. We did a special pop-up. When was that? Friday. We did a special pop-up on Friday for the Black Spider members on. I know I said we're gonna start on the 8th. Is the 8th? What day I said we're gonna start the Black Spider membership? The 8th. I know I said we're gonna start on the 8th, but you know what I'm saying, I did a special pop-up, you know what I'm saying, for the Black Spider members. You know what I'm saying? Oh, them fireworks getting off the chain now. Fireworks getting off the chain now. I did a special pop-up for the Black Spider members. We did a impromptu what you call it? The chart, man. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. The charts. We did an impromptu chart thing, and I just want to jump on and shout everybody out for rocking with me in 2022. We about to get busy in 2023. When I came back here to set up this live stream, I seen that we was doing some crazy movement. I'm like, man, the Asian going crazy. Everybody that was on the special pop-up with the Black Spiders, I gave like what I thought the market was gonna do. I was like, I think we're gonna attack this buy side initially, based off how we was trading. I think I said they were gonna attack this buy side. And when I came back here just a few minutes ago, the Asian was going crazy. Let's look at the charts real quick, and then I'm gonna get out y'all way, man. I ain't gonna hold. Boy, these fireworks getting off the chain. Hold up, fireworks. Y'all too loud now. Y'all need to calm down, fireworks. All loud. Y'all need to get back in the distance. Let me share my screen real quick. And let me see. Oh, I see somebody pulled up. What's happening? Whoever pulled up. I appreciate whoever that is that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for pulling up, whoever that is. I don't see nothing in the chat, but whoever that is, I appreciate you. Let me make sure I got everything set right so that people can actually see this. Yes, it's set to public. Let me check it out. Make sure it look right before I continue on, and then it don't be looking right. All right, says I'm live. Let me go ahead and like my own video. Yes, it says I'm live. It's showing that I'm live. Okay. All right. One last time for good measure, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat one more time for the one time. This gonna be the last time the link get put in the chat on a public video. If anybody want to pull up, if anybody happen to want to pull up last time, the link get put in the chat on a public video. So let me just get this rundown real quick, and then I'm gonna get to it. All right, now looking at this right here, I've never seen an Asian do this kind of moving like this right here. I gotta share my screen again. I've never seen the Asian doing this kind of moving like this right here. It's crazy how the Asian is moving right now. These daily candles, right? Um, Everybody that was on the live with me on Friday for the special pop up for the Black Spider members. I was talking about how I was seeing us attacking this buy side right here, attacking the buy side above. What's the 29th? What is that? Last Thursday. I was talking about attacking the buy side above last Thursday. Because Friday, I was like, we're going to attack that buy side there. And maybe even attack the buy side of last week's high. Right? That's what I talked about on the special pop-up live that I did with the Black Spider members. And when I just came back here a few minutes ago, I looked at this. I was like, Charlie, we gapped up way, talk about attacking buy side. We gapped up way above this buy side liquidity, right? And pushed up just a stone's throw away from last week's. And we've done all of this moving in the Asian. Y'all like my fireworks display got going on. Y'all like my firework display. Hopefully my fireworks ain't too loud because they was getting real loud on me. I had to turn them down some. But yeah, so we got way up. So let's look at see if we got any kind of we also talked about on some other stuff over here. I'm so used to just going into detail about everything, you know what I'm saying? I got to remember we got our memberships now. But so we was talking about some divergence we was seeing. We was talking about how I thought it was going to attack this buy side here and attack that buy side of last week. And man, it's already off to the races. So now I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board and see what it's gonna do come tomorrow morning. But let's do a quick little rundown of what I marked up on the chart. Since I'm on here for this will be here for everybody to watch. Everybody on the public forum to watch. One last weekend chart prep. I ain't going through the whole thing. I'm just going to, point out the levels that I marked out and the reason why I marked them out. One last weekend chart prep. As you know, the top and the bottom of the box are the same. Our eyeball on the SPY is still over there with needing some Visine. Needing some Visine is still the same. Let's switch over to the ES real quick. And then I'm gonna get out of here because I just want to jump on and say thank y'all, man. Tell y'all we fun to get busy in 2023, and that's about it. The low and the top and the bottom of the box still the same, right? Equilibrium on the top and bottom box still the same. Now look at this. Look at this daily candle so far from when I marked it up the other day when we was on live. Look at this daily candle. Look at. Will somebody come look at this? Will somebody come look at this? Yeah. So, what's the high of that candle? 3,950, and the high of tonight's candle is 3,900. 2 ticks away from there. So we already got that buy side, as we talked about. Took that out immediately because we gapped up way past that. Hey, you know what I just noticed? These right here look different. The ES and the MES candles look different. Look at the MES daily candle. It opened at a different spot. And look at the ES daily candle. Look how much more of a body that candle has. It's a big difference between the opening price. Let's go down to let's go down to skinny minute and see what's the difference in the opening price real quick before we look at the levels again. Okay, so opening up on the MES, we opened up at 38.85.75, and then on the ES, we opened up at 38.85. 38.95, and on the close of this right here is 38.88.50. So we opened up at 38.95 on the ES, and then the MES we opened up at 38.85. No, 38.85.75. So that means it's like it was so volatile. Look at this big gap up. Golly, look at that huge gap. The gap up was so volatile, it had them opening up at different prices. Man, that was a crazy gap up. All right, let's get back to what I was talking about with the different levels. Man, look at this. Look at this here. So we took out that buy side like I was talking about on Friday evening, late night. We took out that buy side already. We gapped up past that buy side, should I say. We came really close to the weekly buy side that I was talking about. So let's see if we continue to attack that buy side come tomorrow, or if we just gonna take out this buy side and then sell lower and take out the sell side. Cause boy, this is last week's, and then this is just from today. So we left this price range here, right, in a hurry. Heavy distribution up, right? Heavy distribution up. I expected us to continue up and attack buy side, but I didn't expect no third. What is that? From the New York close, 38.61 to the Asian open today at 38.95. Whoa, that's 34 points. That's a 34-point gap up from the New York open. And then the close 38.68. So that's 31 minus 7, 20 something. 24. No. Is that 24? Yeah, 24 gap up from the ES close, and from the New York close, 30 points. Golly, that's a big gap up. All right, now that I'm done fantasizing, being taken aback by the gap up, let me go back to what I was saying now. Michelle Tucker, what's going on? Happy New Year, Deb. Y'all like my New Year? Y'all like my New Year? Y'all see my fireworks? Y'all see my fireworks? Let me turn it down a little bit. Let me dim it down. Y'all see my fireworks? I want to turn green and make me disappear. Y'all like my fireworks? Hey, but yeah, again, so this crazy candle. So now, again, the top and the bottom of the box didn't change. The equilibrium for the overall didn't change. The only thing I had marked out last week's high and low, I marked that out Friday night when I was talking to the Black Spider gang. And the reason why I marked out this high and this low, if we go up to a weekly, right? If we go up to a weekly, let's just do what we do always. Let's go up to the monthly. Last weekend chart prep, it's already there. I just break down why it's there, right? So last weekend chart prep. Now the box top on the monthly, I left it the same because we still have not broke outside of the box. We haven't taken out the September high. We haven't taken out the October low. So nothing changed on that. Drop down to the weekly. Fireworks getting off the chain. Fireworks getting loud. I moved my phone. I had moved my phone, so it was like super loud. I slid my phone over. All right. Is that better? I had turned it down one time, but it went to getting crazy. I felt like I was screaming. Okay, so on the weekly, I marked out last week's high and low because where price was at the time. Imagine, yeah, you couldn't see that counter. That's what price was at the time right there. So I marked out last week's high and low. That was the closest weekly high and closest weekly low from price at the time. Price was right here, pretty much at equilibrium. And I was saying that screen. I was gonna ask what that sound was in the background. My bad. I ain't mean to blow y'all eardrums out with the fireworks, man. With the fireworks. So yeah. So that was the closest weekly swing high and weekly low, not swing high, but high and low from where price was at the time, right? So that's why I marked those out. And then the monthly hasn't changed. That's been the monthly box for a while now. Dropping down to the daily. Daily. Okay, so on the daily, right? Again, imagine you can't see that candle. This was the daily candle. So I marked the high and the low from Friday. Friday's high and Friday's low on the daily, right? So looking at this down close candle and this down close candle, when we were here, when price was here, I mentioned that we were potentially working on an order block if we break through these two down close candles right here. If we break through them with enough force, then I'll be looking at these two down close candles as a potential order block. But on the daily time frame, I'm gonna wait. And then we gapped up. We gapped up and above both of them, right? So technically these are order blocks now. And based off of ICT strategy, you know what I'm saying, when you have initial pullback into an order block, the risky Roger, reckless Rachel entry will be to take a long off of that. Just, you know what I'm saying, that's the risky Roger, reckless Rachel entry, just to go long off of that right there, right? Because it's the first touch. Me personally, I like to wait for it to trade away and then come back to the order block, like push away, then come back to the order block. Because right now it's just forming an order block. It's not an official order block yet because the daily candle isn't over. It's just forming it. But like I say, the risky Roger, reckless Rachel, you could go long off of that, anticipating it to attack this buy side liquidity here and attack the buy side above these equal highs and attack the sell side imbalance here and the fair value gap there, right? Reaching back up into this breaker right there, right? You got a breaker here, or you technically the breaker would be this one here because this is the low. So this would be the breaker there, or you can count this entire one here, or you can count this as the breaker because they're all in the same place. So, you know what I'm saying, theoretically, all of this right here is the breaker because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive down close candles that make a low and then takes back off and breaks that high. So this is a huge breaker. But personally, I would never mark out a breaker that big. I would just either utilize this or this candle because this is the beefiest on this price leg, or I would just use the last down close candle in this consolidation range as the breaker because it's all in the same trading range. Like this low and this low is pretty much right there together. So I would just count this as the breaker, or these two candles right here as the breaker, or this small one as the breaker, however you want to look at it. And then if you notice, like the opening of this candle would be roughly around the open of this fair value gap. So it all makes sense. So, you know, just looking at what you expecting price to attack, right? After taking out this buy side liquidity, we came very close to it and then backed off. But I've never seen this much I don't recall seeing this much activity during the Asian, where we get a 30-point gap up and then retrace all within, let's see how long it took us to retrace all the way back down there. We got a 30-point gap up. Oh, we got a oh no, it's not even made yet. I was gonna say we got a confirmation, right? So we got a 30-point gap up here on the ES, and then so that's 1, 2, 3 hours. And then within 3 hours, we retraced all the way back down, right? So that's crazy. Let me see. From peak to trough of this entire move right there, 57 points. 57 points from peak to trough. A 1.47% move in 3 hours during the Asian. I've never seen that. I've never seen that in 3 hours. In 3 hours during the Asian. That's a big move during the Asian. And looking at while I got this down here, let's look at the what actually a going zone. So looking at we actually so we move down inside. We don't have a confirmation either way on the DR. We came close to an early confirmation. Nope. Yep, we came close to an early confirmation, but we never got a confirmation on the DR or the IDR. Either way, we came back up. This right here could be a potential retirement trade on the DR because we came to this side all the way to the bottom, and now we're closing above 50%. This could possibly be a retirement trade. I haven't been testing retirement trades, so I'm not even going to really speak on that. But looking at how we're moving, I wouldn't trust it coming back down far. I would only trust it maybe coming down to this fair value gap right here, if anything, because we came up, consolidated, took off from this area right here, left a fair value gap right there. Since this is a balanced price range and we took off, as you notice, that fair value gap on the 5 minute never got closed in because we took off from the shout out ICT who gave me my aha moment on recognizing the potential of fair value gaps not trading in on his video that he posted the other day talking about, you know, when he said this fair value gap not going to trade in. I had been wrecking my mind trying to figure out what made him know that. And it's all based off of stuff that we talk about already about the balanced price range. I know y'all heard me talk about the balanced price range in the past. I look for balanced price ranges. That's what I be wanting to see when it's offering buy side and sell side, and it totally rebalanced the area and then it leaves the area. So again, if you're looking right here on the 5 minute, we came down. We offered sell side, we offered buy side, we came down and filled in this imbalance. So we had sell side, right? Buy side, right? No imbalances down here. Got a fair value gap after we got this breaking market structure. Fair value gap there, came back down, filled in the imbalance. Now, everything from this area here, everything from there to there down has been totally balanced out, right? From that area over, right? Let me change the color of this. Let me change the color of this so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, may have if I get them. Okay, so everything from, let me hide this for a minute. Get out of my way, DR. So everything inside this rectangle right here has been balanced out. Everything there has been balanced out inside this rectangle, right? So when we leave this area, well, everything has been offered. You offered sell side, you offered buy side, took care of all imbalances. So you took care of this imbalance in here. When we pushed back up through there, you took care of that imbalance. So we got fair value gaps, opposing fair value gaps right there, one down, one up, right? And when we come back and trade both ways through that fair value gap, price takes off with heavy distribution. Look at the nice size of the candle, right? As soon as it takes off, look what it leaves. What does it leave as soon as it takes off? Soon as it takes off, it leaves a little fair value gap right there. Let me change the color of it so it'll be a difference. Right? Leaves a fair value gap right there. Soon as it left this balanced price range. And look what it did not do. It did not go back into that fair value gap. It did not go back into that fair value gap. Look at there. Wick for wick. Did not go back into that fair value gap, right? And it's after all of this right here has been rebalanced. Right? All of that has been rebalanced. When it left out of there, it left a fair value gap from here to here. Now let me move the rebalanced area. Let me clear it out so you can see. I'll just leave the rectangle, right? Left a fair value gap from there to there, right? Did not fill the fair value gap in. Why? Because it just left a balanced price range, and the algos had no reason to go back down there until, if they do go back down, it's going to be after they finish whatever business they got to do. Right? Whatever business they got to do. What business do they have to do? Do they have to come back up here where they are now and fill in these imbalances? Right? Don't know. Do they got to come back up to this imbalance? But looking at how the price is moving, we came up, consolidated, did not fill that fair value gap, took off again, right? So I can see it coming back to this fair value gap and then pushing up further into this imbalance and continuing on up. That's what I could see. That would be likely. Or it could just come back up to right here where it is, hit this, how it's consolidating here, then breaking back down. But the way the market will tip its hand is once we reprice this fair value gap, if it breaks lower with heavy distribution, that's the market telling you, I want to reverse and go back down for a reason. If we already touched the fair value gap now, but if we come down and reprice this fair value gap and then break out to the upside with heavy distribution, that's the market letting you know, I want to go up now. I want to go because we came down to an imbalance and a reference point. So you got a fair value gap and an order block, right? Reverse, heavy distribution, left a fair value gap because you left a balanced price area, right? And now you consolidating here. Typically, when it takes off like this and consolidate, it continues. Typically, but you just wait for the market to tip its hand. If you're not in already, you don't jump in the middle of the fight. You just let the market right here. You let the market show you where it want to go. Right? You let the market show you where it want to go. Let's go down to skinny mini and see how it looks. All right. And coming down to skinny mini. Right, as you see, same thing on the 1 minute. Had a fair value gap right there. Right here, fair value gap right there that didn't get filled in. After we took off, we left. Got a fair value gap on the 1 minute that didn't get filled in. Fair value gap on the 5 minute that didn't get filled in. Consolidated, went up, consolidated some more. And right now, we're in there. Still looking like it want to trek to the upside. But we'll see how it plays out. Oh, let's look at it real time and see. Let's see how it looks on the real time. We still dilly-dallying on real time. Still dilly-dallying on real, and we're right there at Friday's close. So we're dilly-dallying right there at Friday's close. So we came from, let's check this. Let's see where we at from this humongous move. From the peak to trough of this humongous move. So the overall equilibrium and Friday's high would be the equilibrium for this overall move. So I would anticipate price at least getting back to equilibrium, looking like price is headed back to equilibrium. If you ask me, if I was a gambling man, I would bet that it was heading back to equilibrium. Now, I think that's it. I think that's all I want to share about the price action based off of what we did on Friday with the spider game, with the black spider game. Based off what we did on Friday with the black spider game, we've taken out the buy side as anticipated, came close to the second buy side, and now we're just dilly-dallying. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. What's up, Reese Marks? Happy New Year to you, Reese Marks. Happy New Year, Deb, again. Happy New Year, Michelle Tucker. What's going on? Hey man, shout out everybody that joined up. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say shout out everybody that joined up, if you want to be a part of the membership, you can starting on the 8th, the weekend chart preps, and the weekend chart prep is going to be a live video, and it's going to be a live video for the gold members and the Black Spider members. Then Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 11, me and the Black Spider members gonna hang out from 9:30 to 11 on a new live stream I'm gonna be doing called My Trade Day. It ain't gonna be like no trading room. It ain't gonna be no call out service. It's just gonna be, if you want to look over my shoulder as I wait on my entries, as I, scope out my trades. I'm just gonna be breaking down what I'm looking at, where I'm looking to enter, if I'm entering that day. If I don't see my setup, I won't be taking a trade, but I will be reading what I see on the price action. And if I see something setting up that's not my trade, I still will be, talking about what I see coming up. I will be reading the price action, verbally, as much as possible from 9:30 to 11. I ain't gonna be just sitting up there. We just ticked higher. We just ticked lower. I'm just gonna be talking about what I saw. And then no more Sunday videos except for the gold members or higher. And we got the silver members who get the the shout outs on the random shout outs I do, who get the special emojis, who get the questions answered on public lives without the need for super chats. The gold members, they get access to the Sunday weekend chart preps where I break down everything and break down my analysis. Then the Black Spider members, they get my trading day just to hang out with me from 9:30 to 11 Monday through Friday. Everybody else on the pub, I wasn't even showing my screen, but the join button there. And then you got the different levels: silver, gold, and platinum. And everybody else for the normal public videos, it's going to be the overnight price action like normal at 9:00. Starting tomorrow, it's going to be from 9 to 9:30. Starting tomorrow from 9 to 9:30. How I usually hang out for like ever is going to be from 9 to 9:30. Going to do the overnight price action. Any of the members, if you got questions, you can drop your question in the chat, and questions be answered. If you're not members, then the questions won't be addressed. Unless you want to submit a true super chat. You don't have to do it. It ain't about a money grab. It ain't about trying to dupe you out of money. It's about in 2023 focusing more time on just what I'm saying, like focusing more. What's up, cool it now, watch out. Focusing more time on paying attention to what little Timmy Rogers got to do for as far as trading. Yeah, that's it, man. Just want to share one last quick little chart analysis with the public and tell everybody I appreciate y'all for rocking with me all 2022. I appreciate you. If you keep rocking with me in 2023, let's get our numbers up. We didn't get a chance to hit my 2,500 by my 50th birthday, which was back on August the 6th. We're now at 1961. Yes, yeah, we at 1961 now. Right there say 1,960. So I think it's like 1961 is the exact number. So we at 1961. Let's see if we can get to 2,500 I wanted to get to 2,500 before my 50th birthday. We didn't make it, but it's all gravy because it's not about the numbers. It's about sharing the information with the people for the free 99. And we're going to keep doing that in 2023. I appreciate y'all, man. I see y'all in the morning for the overnight price action at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be from 9 to 9:30. We're doing it from 9 to 9:30 now. And starting next week, we're going to do it from 9 to 9:30. And then at 9:30 for the Black Spider members, it's going to be a separate live. And we're going to be kicking off the very first My Trade Day starting next week. What is that? The 9th? Is it the 9th? Yes, the 9th. The 9th. So all of the official membership videos going to start on the 9th. You know, for all the Black Spider members, there's a video up that we did Friday where I broke down the price section, walked through the price section, what I was looking at. And then I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Appreciate that, baby. Appreciate you out there grinding. Yes, thanks for all the love and support in 2022. I wish everyone a great 2020 trading in 2023. My wife typed that up, but that's I share the sentiment. Hey, man. Hey, I dropped the what's name? Let me Happy New Year, Rhonda Green. I dropped the part 3. I dropped part 3. Part 3 is up. 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 Y'all say it with me. Now, I know y'all looking at this list and say, Tim, that list real short. Every other list had 8 videos in it. Why does this list only have 4? I'm glad you asked that question. The reason why this list only has 4 is because it's designed. Remember back on one of the lives that we did, and I said, y'all already got everything you need to be able to go in and set up your own trading strategy right now with part 1 and part 2. I was like, you already got everything you need based off everything that we've covered on all of the lives and what we went through with part 1 and what we went through with part 2, the lingo in the price section and all the other stuff we covered throughout all the lives and all the stuff we learned from ICT. You had everything you need already to set up your own trading strategy and entry model and all of that, right? So with part 3, what I did, the overview, you really want to watch the overview. This is the most important part of part 3. You want to watch the overview because the overview is going to walk you through if you don't have any clue about how to set up your own trading strategy. Part 1 is going to help you with that, right? I mean, episode 17, the overview, it's going to help you with that. That's the most important part. I see 13 people have watched it already, right? Now, somebody explain to me how we got 16 views on defining the dealing range and only 13 views on the overview. Somebody went out of order. Then tape reading, right? Tape reading, I feel like is very important before you get into trying to enter any kind of trades, right? You want to have your strategy based off of however you want to set it up with your technicals, with your fundamentals, however you, and I did it based off of everything. It's not just solely off how little Tim Rogers do it. The strategy thing, as a matter of fact, I recycled some slides from when me and Lex talked about it on the Come Up series back in whenever we did it earlier this year, right? And so the tape reading is very important because I break down how I read the price, right? This is how I read the price. This is what I'm looking for when I'm reading the price, right? The tape reading. So you want to understand that. And then defining a dealing range, right? This is important because you want to know where you are, where the algos are in price, where you are in price. Are you in a discount? Are you a premium? You want to understand how to figure that out. That's very important. And then how to use the ICT PD array matrix. PD array matrix. That's the last part you need to the puzzle when it comes to executing based off your entry model, right? And that's all. I don't have to hand you an entry model. I can't hand you an entry model because every trader is different. And you'll see as you go through, no matter what PD array you use as far as your trading PD array, once you have your strategy, once you have your entry model, once you understand how to read the tape, once you understand what part of the dealing range you in, if you're in discount, if you're a premium, if you see your setup, you know when to strike based off using the ICT PD array matrix. You know if I'm in a discount and I want to buy, when it comes down to my PD array, if it hit my PD array and it's in my entry model, I fire. If it's going to a premium and I'm bearish and I want to sell, if it goes to a premium in the dealing range and it gets to my PD array and it sets up my entry model, I'm gonna sell, right? But you need to know all of the other stuff. What's a mitigation block? What's a fair value gap? What's a breaker? What's this? Pick which one of those you relate to the best. I understand this the best, right? Once you get all of that, once you figure out how to find it in price action, once you figure out how to read the tape, you already got your overall trading strategy. Now you know how to read the tape. Now you formulate your entry model. Now you're reading the tape and you see your entry model set up and you understand how to use the PD array matrix, the PIM-dash chart, and you see it coming up. You see your entry model forming. You see, you know it's coming up on this PD array, and then it's your entry model and you fire and you're either successful or not. But it's up to you to formulate your own model. But the videos are there for you to enjoy and learn from. And if you need more from that, you can always hit me up or go look at some ICT videos, man. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to get out of here because it's 10:30. I'm about to go chill out for the rest of the night. And again, I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. Happy New Year. Starts from 9 to 9:30, starting tomorrow from 9 to 9:30 for the overnight price action, and from 6 to 6:30, 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the price action recap. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year 2023. Happy New Year, Jay Foster. Appreciate you. I'm gone.